69 total points in those two games. They might need a little bit of that here tonight with Kawhi Leonard being out of the lineup. Ball is up, game is on, and the Clippers win the tap. They'll have it to start the fourth quarter as well.
It's a plethora of players that have donned the Piston uniform. You see right there, able to knock down a quick little jump shot. Body language changes and he becomes more aggressive and looking for a shot.
Joseph penetrates and they pitch it outside to Josh Jackson, who knocks down a three.
Shooting about 58% from behind the three-point line, 48% all over. And there you go, talking about Paul George being comfortable, feeling good about his foot there.
George swipes at the ball. Jackson recovers and tries to drive in off the window. That's 5 points for Jackson. He had 21 last night in the loss in Portland. An 8-4 start for the Pistons. They have alternated wins over their last 8 games and 4-4. As Jackson make it George knocks down the jumper. He's 2 for 2.
Averaging about 14, almost 15 points a game.
And then comes up with a defensive play, and this is Plumlee back the other way. Ellington the pull-up three. Boy, and there you go.
Casey put it perfectly before the game. Just said this is a perfect situation for him, and the help has been the biggest factor.
Christina, thank you, as Ivica Zubac punches it home.
Had to have the glasses on. He was great in Milwaukee without him, but he was Kareem with him.
Joseph lays it in, and now he gets on the board. Jackson, Jim, is on pace to score 128 points tonight.
You know what? That type of information is so valuable. Only you can come up with that. That's what makes you you.
Plumlee gets his first basket. I'm a huge Plumlee fan. He's been great in Portland. He was great in Denver. As Reggie Jackson lays it up and in for his first points tonight.
You would have to respond. That's called being a true professional.
Morris backing down on his defender, fades, fires, and fills it up. Cuts the lead down to 6.
No matter when the dial turns defensively, where they turn off the water, so to speak, of this Pistons offense. And there goes Morris again in the corner.
Rondo back the other way. George hangs inside. A feathery touch for Paul George. He has 8.
For a rookie in three-point shots made.
38% on the year. Morris tries to retaliate and does. 28-24. All 5 starters for both teams have scored. Joseph looks inside to Stewart, muscles up a shot with the right hand, and gets it to fall, his first bucket tonight.
Marcus Morris Sr. able to get his size inside. To turnover there by Rondo.
Bay, aggressive drive. Oh, and the C's part, and he rides the Tide to the 10. It's an 8-point lead.
One thing you got to be prepared for, kind of like we saw in Houston, the same thing, is that you play hard, you always give yourself a chance to win. And speaking of playing hard, it could have been close to an offensive foul that time by Paul George.
The Clippers will hold for one last shot, but they will trail going into the second quarter. 2 to shoot. Morris a contested 3. Bucket with 0.2 of a second to play in the quarter. He did hint at, look, I'm a guy in the playoffs that likes to change things up and not give a lot of people things that they can get ready for, as Jackson sheds his defender and thunders at it. Great ball movement. Batum for 3. Book it. Batum coming off a 17-point outing against the Rockets. That's his high. It's been fun to see. He has been, again, another one of those players that has really stepped up. Batum escapes and flushes it in for 2. Clippers down 4.
Needs to get out of San Antonio, and now they both go to Brooklyn. It's like, well, I can't believe you got Blake Griffin and LeBron. What do you mean? the perception changed on those 2 players really quickly.
6 giveaways now for the Clippers, and quickly back the other way. The Pistons strike, and Josh Jackson soars in. 47-42. Pistons continue to play with confidence. So does Luke Kennard. Flings a 3. Bucket for Luke Kennard. He hasn't missed. He's 4 for 4. They trail by only 4. Give credit to the Pistons, who played last night in Portland. Give credit to Marcus Morris Sr., who now has 13. 54-50. Josh Jackson now with 14. Are there 3 Jacksons on the floor as Ivica Zubac powers it in for the Clippers?
Add me in the mix.
Oh my gosh,
Jacksons.
this is brutal.
Really?
Josh Jackson.
Yeah, that's brutal. Again, able to waltz right down the lane. I know Ty Lue coaching staff can't be happy with the defensive effort right now by the Clippers.
Meanwhile, Paul George muscles up on Isaiah Stewart. Later this week, Zubats looks to Rondo. Drives the lane and scoops to the hoop, his first bucket tonight.
I'm from Toledo, Ohio, so I grew up around the area. So kudos to the Illich family.
Morris knocks down another three. He has 16.
One more in the penalty.
Lob back to Zubats, and for the first time tonight, the Clippers take the lead.
That one-hand pass right there caught Paul George.
Right into the lap of Bay, and now back to Joseph, and he lays it in. He has 11 points and 5 assists in 13 first half minutes.
It'll be interesting to see how this thing plays out for the Pistons.
Bay. Good defense there by Senior, but a little overzealous at the end, and Bay knocks down the shot. Jackson on Jackson. Ray's coming after the game. Back to Bay for three, and he continues to smolder his third.
Clippers have to lock in defensively, get multiple stops, kind of take away the easy looks. Talked about the Pistons are getting better contested shot right there. This better offense that's done by Jackson.
I don't know if that counts as a screen assist for Zubats, but he did a lot of work on that play, creating the path for Morris, who has 18. Joseph the other way, count it and a foul. Paul George gets his defender in his pocket, plays catch with Reggie. The C's part, look out below, wheels up for Paul George. 79-72, George with 20. Ellington dumps it into Plumlee. He stuffs it home. Plumlee with 4.
It's not like they're just going one-on-one. Their guys are open. They're getting it in spots like this. They could be successful. Another middle pick and roll by PG. Big Zoo. Success to benefit from the lob.
How concerning is it that you've only missed 12 shots and you trail by 7, shooting 72%? The Pistons are just brimming with confidence and have all game long. George colliding with defenders. Does he beat the clock? They'll count it for now.
I gave A-Rod, this is my guy. I said, I got something for you that really help you see Sadiq Bey stepping out a little bit more than range is not a problem.
And he's done it throughout his entire career. Biggest lead of the game now for the Pistons. 14 total misses for the Clippers all night long. George taking matters into his own hand. Double ball fake on Plumlee and lays it in. 26 for PG. Another defensive gem by Batum. Tries to lob it back to Senior, but possession never changed hands. And the Pistons under duress, but Plumlee bails them out. Great ball movement for the Clippers. Plenty of time on the clock, but the 2-for-1 is possibly gone. George muscles up the shot. Cuts the lead down once again to 5.
Whatever this divider is.
I'm going to cancel that satellite math class from the Ohio State. Jackson soars in and scores. Racing back the other way. Oh, not this time, says Reggie Jackson. Man, got it! We are tied with 10 minutes to play.
Seeing that a little bit with the Pistons right now, with the Clippers turning it up on the defensive end. Now, able to take the lead. They're not going to give up.
Batum feeling good, lets him fly, yes sir! I will say the last few games, Batum has been very quick with the trigger, regardless of the shot clock. When he catches, he's making a quick decision. Paul George. Oh my goodness! How nasty! Marcus Morris Sr. comes away with the rebound. Here come the Clippers, leading by 5. Rondo scoops to the hoop and lays it in.
Clippers are sitting in a pretty good position with the way their schedule is penciling out on the backside here at the end of the season.
Just a 2-possession lead here for the Clippers. Rondo left alone. That provokes a 3. Yes, sir! Joseph given space and knocks it down. Again, we'll say it. This is an easy team to get behind if you are in Detroit. Clippers had to borrow steal to get this one. 131-1. Lays it in.
Clippers schedule is penciling out on the backside.
have given space and Clippers had to get this one. 130. Have given space and to get this one. 130.